Hi everyone, my name is Gabby and welcome to my channel, Nails in Orbit. Today we are doing something super fun. We are doing a Monster High. And this is actually suggested by one of our subscribers, so thank you very much. This is going to have to be a two-parter because these characters were very difficult. I've only actually done 3 of them so far. So today we are going to be doing Frankie Stein, Draculara, and Clawdeen. And we're doing them on press-ons because I was not about to put on all this work to not be able to wear them. So let's get started. Let's get started. So I'm using mostly the Nails by Dev jellies for the base, and then I have one of my own jellies that I used because there's not really like a purple in that collection. But anyway, so I also put a Gelixir top coat, the top coat #1 glitter on there to start, and then I matte top coated it, and now we are starting with Frankie Stein. So I'm just starting the way that I usually do and getting that face that in the head placed the way I want to, just using this green color. I used a little bit of a darker green, but that's okay. I probably should have lightened it with white a little bit, but that's okay, close enough. So here we are, just getting the head placed, and then we're just color blocking as much as possible. But with characters like this that are so detailed, I do kind of jump around a lot, but I'll kind of explain my order. So I do the head, get that all placed, the neck, and then I do, like, by the end, I figured out that I kind of like to do the outfit and everything first, and then I move on to the head and then detailing the hair and all that stuff. So it's really just how you want to do it. But I feel like with these characters, you kind of just jump around. There's a lot of details, a lot of things to do. So I kind of just did what I wanted to at that time. You know what I mean?
She wanna know me, I stay low key, all gas, no brakes, baby, let them hoes sleep. Body on 10, make your girl OD. I get in my way, never out of my lane.
So for most of this video, I'm gonna let you guys watch because there's just lots to watch and it's a long one. So grab a snack or something or just paint along with me because I didn't want to speed it up too much because I kind of want you guys to be able to paint along with me or paint and like pause, you know, as you go. And I didn't want to speed it up too much because I just kept it over an hour. So I really hope that you guys love a long video today, but I'll pop in whenever I feel like I need to throw some information in there. But besides that, I'll let you guys watch.
Promise you never lie to me. Keep the moves on tuck. I know it's all love. Everything good. Keep the vibes on crush. I know it's all good. Know it's all love. Know it's all love. I've been feeling like the man lately. Can't nobody do it like I can. Daily, baddest in the lattice in the land. To a fanny up. I made it where I'm at on my own. Had a couple blocks in the road, but I get to the bag on the loan. I be counting stacks while they grow, yeah, you know me. Baby, won't you keep me company? Give me something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down, when I come in town, you should slide on me. Keep your minds on me. On try, baby, I think you should side with me. Stay solid one time if you lie with me. Just promise you never lie to me. Keep the moves on tuck. I know it's all love. Everything good. Keep the vibes on crush. I know it's all good. Know it's all love. Know it's all love.
So as you can see here, I don't do all the line work at once when I do characters like this. I kind of do it as I go and when I feel like I need to. So like right here, there was a lot of white in that section. So I just wanted to get the white sectioned out and like show the collar and then move on from there. These characters have so much detail. They're not necessarily hard, but they are very time consuming. I think they took me around 2.5 hours each. I'll time in the next video, like actually time it out, because I didn't time them out this time. But I got tired and I had to do them in 2 separate days. And usually I like to get all the filming done in one day, but they were just so detailed, very, very fun. And you just have to not get like intimidated. You know what I mean? Like just look at it like little bit by little bit. Like the hair is white, and then the hair has black stripes, and just keep going piece by piece. And then it's a little less intimidating. But if I wanted to compare these to the Brat dolls, like I thought they would be easier than the Brat dolls because of the line work, but they were actually, I think, harder because like Brat dolls, they're kind of like Brat dolls, but they have line work on top of that. So I could do a Brat doll faster than I can do a Monster High doll. So I love them both, honestly, and I think the line work was very fun, just super long. So I don't know if I would do these on a client, to be honest, because it just took so long, maybe one. But Brad dolls are so much quicker. I was just a little surprised.
promised you my time, and I'm giving it to you, babe. So why you being accusing? Your emotions running wild. If you don't calm down, I can't stay. Breathe in, breathe out. Let me speak now. What happened was a one-time thing. No bullshit, no lie. I swear I'll try to give you my everything. Baby, can't you turn a blind eye? Let it slide, let it slide. Look the other way this one time. Let it slide, let it slide. I'm entitled to some fun while I'm young and dumb. Swear that you're the one I want in the long run. Baby, let it slide. Oh, baby, let it slide. I'm tired of explaining how I choose to live my life, 'cause I told you when we started. Instead of just complaining, you could try to treat me right, but you gotta get out your head. Breathe in, breathe out, let me speak now. What happened was a one-time thing. No bullshit, no lie. I swear I'll try to give you my everything. Baby, can't you turn a blind eye? Let it slide, let it slide. Look the other way this one time. Let it slide, let it slide. I'm entitled to some fun while
Okay, so I also want to talk about why I chose to do Frankie Stein first on the thumb. So I chose the thumb first because it's the widest nail, and I thought it would be just easier to start on a wider nail. Like, for example, I'm doing the pinky last because Cleo denial, like, what the heck, that's about to be the skinniest nail, and I needed to figure out how I'm going to put her on the nail, and keep her the same size as everybody else. So by starting on the bigger nail, you get kind of practice, like you get better with each nail. I definitely noticed that when I did the brats, because by the time I did Sasha and Jade after Chloe and oh my god, Chloe and Yasmin, they were significantly better. So I wanted to make sure I started off on a bigger nail and with a character. All the characters I wanted to do, but I mean like a character that was kind of medium for me, because I thought Draculara would be like the most popular one because she's the one I saw online the most, and she was the one my sister wanted to see the most. So I was like, I'm not gonna do Draculara first because I want to make sure I get like one character into practice, and then I can move on to Draculara. But I love Frankie Stein. I love how she turned out. But every single time you do the character, you learn a little bit, especially when you do a lot of characters that are alike like this, like 5 characters of the same cartoon. You learn a lot from the first one you do, the second one you do, the third one you do, so they get better as you go. So I just wanted to make sure I started off with a character that you guys liked, for the video to start off, and then also a character that I can kind of like practice with. Do you know what I mean? But I was happy because I liked how all of them turned out. I didn't think any one of them were significantly better than the other, so that made me happy. But I wanted to make sure because my part 1 of my Bratz doll, I significantly liked less than my part 2 with Sasha and Jade. So I wanted to make sure I did not repeat that pattern. So when you're doing characters, that's just a suggestion. Start off with the one that maybe is your least favorite or like not your favorite, and then move on to the ones you like more or your favorite. You know what I mean? But I still love you, Frankie Stein. Like, I'm not saying I don't. Green is my favorite color.
I'm young and dumb. Swear that you're the one I want in the long run. Baby, let it slide. Oh, baby, let it slide. 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 Baby, can't you turn a blind eye? Let it slide, let it slide. Look the other way this one time. Let it slide, let it slide. I'm entitled to some fun while I'm young and dumb. Swear that you're
Here you can see I'm using jelly colors to do my shading, and I think that is it's so much easier to use jelly for that, and you can go over any line work and it doesn't mess it up, or you don't have to use like the black shading gel because that can get a little bit muddy on top of colors. But since she's green, I just use it's like a little teal color. My nails are tealed, I believe, and And it was just so much easier to do it. And you can do it at any point because you're not messing up the line work. So highly recommend using jellies for shading. Here is an example of what I learned from doing this character first. I definitely should have done the eyeshadow first and then put the eyelashes on top, because then I had to just cover the eyelashes and redo them. So just little things like that. And when these characters are so detailed, like sometimes you just forget, and then it's okay to have to just draw over it. But yeah, that was one of the things. I just made sure I did the eyeshadow first and then the eyelashes after this.
Fråga inte vad som hände mig. Fråga inte vad som kommer sen när allt är över. Det spelar
the plaid was definitely a really fun part of this character, and I just used shading gel for that, like the black shading gel, layered it on top, and then I went with another layer of that, I believe, yeah, another layer of the shading gel, and then went in with a light blue and then a red, and it was just really fun, very easy, very, like, you don't have to think too much about it, and it just comes out looking plaid, you know? Frankie Stein's outfit was definitely the most detailed out of these three ladies, because I was like, what the hell, when it came to the tie too, but she really pulls it off, you know, plaid and polka dot, you wouldn't expect. But now we're just doing the little skulls, and we're just gonna do what we did, just like we did earlier, but just with some black shading gel to get those little indentions of the skull. I'm pretty sure it's a brooch, that makes sense. And then I just outlined the stitches, because the stitch is a little gray, it blended into her skin too much, so I just did a tiny little bit of that shading gel again and outlined the stitches.
Baby, I see you hanging with your friends, chilling day and night for days on end. Now you can't come see me tonight. Say you ain't got the time. I'm the last one you prioritize. Peeping your IG pictures on my phone. I won't spend another night at home. Okay, I'ma just be on my way. You'll see I'm not the one you take for granted, babe. I know that life can be busy, love, but you make time for the ones you love. It's only right, it's what I deserve. Love, tell me what you done for me, done for me, done for me, done for me lately. Did your mind go on vacation, leaving your affection for me at home? Tell me what you done for me, done for me, done for me, done for me lately.
The hair had so much detail. Like, if you look at it, doing those highlights and those shadows in the hair, I was like, oh my God. Because I'd be like so close to the character to being done. It was always my last step. And it was quite a bit of work, because you have to go lighter and darker on the hair. And it really gives that effect. Like, I think it's very necessary. But I was like, oh my goodness.
Where's your heart and your attention? Where's the kind of love that I used to know? Baby, so can you take me on a date? It's simple.
And there is Frankie Stein looking gorgeous. I was so confident and happy after I did Frankie Stein. I was like, I can get all these ladies done. But no, I only got 3 done because it was a lot. So now we're gonna start and we're gonna do Draculara. Look at how vibrant this jelly color looks. My gosh. So we're starting out the same. She is just, her face is flat. Like Frankie Stein, she was kind of at an angle, but her face is flat. So that it's either easier or not easier. I couldn't tell if it was easier or not easier because on Clawdeen, it was not easier for me. But when you do this part, just make sure you make her head long enough. That was my problem on both Draculara and Clawdeen, was making the head just long enough in general. So you'll see me filling this in and like keep adding chin and keep adding chin. I was adding chin because I wanted to make sure there was enough space for her, all her hair. And then yeah, so that's why I was adding down instead of adding up, because I was like, it's okay if I cut off some of the clothes. It's not okay if I cut off a little bit of her hair. That was my rule to myself. So now we're just filling in the color. I'm using my strawberry. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name, but it's the pink from this the Pastels liner collections from Nails by Dev. And this, I am using this really fluorescent color from in D&D. It's a really pretty color. I think it's called Tropicana, and you cannot see it, but I just wanted to get everything placed because you can kind of see in the black they have like the highlighter color like that the highlights have, and I wanted to make sure I just started out with that. So I basically just did the fluorescent pink color Tropicana as the base, and then I used black shading gel and went over all of that. So, and then I'm going to go over that again later with a darker black, and then keep those light highlights in there just because I wanted the highlight to have that undertone of pink. So you guys will get it like more in the end, but yeah, this is the way I wanted to do the base for the hair. I liked it. I got it all placed, and then you guys will see me later make it darker.
Things you do to make me stay. Now it's like you don't even try. I used to wonder why, but now I'm left with no more tears to cry. I know that life can be busy, love, but you make time for the ones you love. It's only right, it's what I deserve. Love, tell me what you done for me, done for me, done for me, done for me lately. Did your mind go on vacation, leaving your affection for me at home? Tell me what you done for me, done for me, done for me, done for me lately. Where's your heart and your attention? Where's the kind of love that I used to know? If you want me the way I want you, put your all into all that you do. It's only right, it's what I deserve. Love, tell me what you done for me, done for me, done for me, done for me lately. Did your mind go on vacation, leaving your affection for me at home? Tell me what you done for me, done for me, done for me, done for me lately. Where's your heart and your attention? Where's the kind of love that I used to know? Yeah. Your eyes tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby.
I think it's fun when you do detailed characters like this because you look at a character overall, but when you're drawing them, you really notice, like you have to notice all the little tiny details when you're drawing it. So this little I forgot what these things are called, but this little thing, it was very detailed because you had to do all the scalloped edges. So that was really fun. But that's what's fun about these characters. Like as you're doing them, you discover even more about them and like all the little details, all the little shadows. And I just think it's really like the earrings, for example. I did not realize they were safety pins. Like that's so cute. And like these characters are so thought out. Like if you look, because there's tons of Monster High characters, and if you look at all of them, they are all so detailed and so thought out. And I just think it's so amazing. Like whoever made these characters, like you could tell they really like had a good time making them, and they really cared about the research of the character or like that character's parents or whatever. Like they just really cared about it and the significance of all of it. So I need to watch this show, I feel like, more because this is just great. I love it.
So come give me love, all of your love.
So I found that this was the easiest way to do the scalloping. I use the daughter tool for this type of edge a lot, but it's super helpful. So I just use my tiniest daughter tool that I have and just dot it around the whole thing. And that was just way easier than trying to draw each little bump. So I highly recommend that. Made it so much easier.
Can't fake it. When I'm with you, my legs go weak. Yeah. Can you hear it? I think my heart just skipped a beat. Yeah. This feeling is getting so strong. Love me till the morning, love me all night long. There's something special about you. You're the one that I want. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know
I tried to get as much as her ponytails in there as I could because this all needs to fit on one nail, but I also like these are huge ponytails, so I kind of just brought them in just a little bit more than they're supposed to, just so you can see that whole ponytail and then most of the ponytail like on the other side. Because if I had like more than one nail, I would have definitely obviously spread them onto two nails, but we were gonna make you fit, Draculara, so there you go.
yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're my baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby. So come give me love. All of your love. Won't you love me till the morning? Love me in the evening. You know what I want. Won't you hold me like I'm yours? Show me that I'm yours. You know just what I want. Won't you love me like the last time? Like our time was right now. Show me what it's about. Love me till the morning. Love me in the evening. You know what I want. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, babe. So come give me love. All of your love. Won't you love me till the morning? Love me in the evening. You know what I want. Won't you hold me like I'm yours? Show me that I'm yours. You know just what I want. Won't you love me like the last time? Like our time was right now. Show me what it's about. Love me till the morning. Love me in the evening. You know what I want. All of your love.
For these dots on the inside, I just got the tiniest bit and tried to pull it kind of at the end of my brush and then just dot, dot, dot through the whole thing. My daughter tool, even my smallest daughter tool, I feel like would have been too big for this, or you couldn't like see exactly where you were gonna dot, you know what I mean?
I ran away from heartbreak. Got nothing in return for my pain. I never thought I'd be so empty, so alone and afraid.
This is kind of the same concept as the dots. You just get the tiniest bit of polish on your brush and just brush, 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 brush.
Wasn't looking for a lover. Nobody understood where I've been. I guess I thought I needed more time to protect my love from potential offense. So I then you came around and you, but I shut it down. So you took it down and I'm not surprised by what I found, because I know I needed something different and it had to be you. Out the blue, somebody who would listen, and it had to be you. Out of all the people to reply my love, couldn't be just anyone. My baby, it had to be you.
The eyes, I think, was the most important thing when it comes to placement. I messed up. I'll show you guys a little bit on Clawdeen. I made her eyes a little bit too low. So if you are doing these characters, just make sure when you do the eyes that you leave enough space for the nose. Like, leave enough eyes, space, nose, space, mouth, space, you know, so you're not like, so you have everything like a nice, good, there's breathing room for everything. Otherwise, it gets a little bit wonky. But here I just did the outline of the eyes, then I did the white of the eyes, and you'll see me go right into the eyeshadow. And then instead, like I said on the last character, I just made sure I did the eyeshadow first this time so I wouldn't have to do the lashes twice.
I didn't seem to notice that you were checking for me. We were just friends, but we started building trust and my fragile heart started to mend. Yeah, I should have paid attention. You would have been the obvious choice, but I needed time to see clearly, dig deep and cut through the noise. So I then you came around and you
For the eyes, I just used my biggest daughter tool, put a nice big dot there, and then I didn't worry about the eyeliner because I'll just go over the eyeliner, and then we just move right into the eyelashes. I was very nervous about her hand being in her face, like I had to do it, but no, it wasn't that bad. I just made her finger go too much into her face, like it's like almost poking her eye or her nose, and I wanted it to be more on the cheek because that's what she's doing, but it was still fine. It's not that big of a deal.
couldn't be just
just to reiterate from my other videos, if you want to make these lines super skinny, you basically have no, like almost no product on your brush, and you're just getting that product, like scooping the product, whatever, and then wiping on a clean spot on your palette. And then you just have your brush coated with a little bit of product, and you get these skinny, skinny, tiny little lines. And then again with these eyes, like I just used my brush because it was a very tiny dot, so I just thought it would be easier to use my brush. And now we're moving on to the lips. The lips were so fun. The lips were my favorite part when I did the Brat dolls, and the lips were equally as fun here, especially with Draculara and Clawdeen, because they have little teeth, they have little fangs, so they were extra fun.
I could stare at you for 100 years and I never blink, and you were beautiful, just like a flower.
So I had a little mistake here, and I tried to clean it up, but it like got black kind of everywhere, and I didn't want to mess everything up. So I basically just cured it and then put that pink on top of it. And I just wanted to show you guys how I fix mistakes sometimes. And again, the texture is fine. Once you paint over it, you can't even see that texture. So there you go. And now I'm just putting another coat on the lips.
I could walk with you for 1,000,000 miles and my feet would not get tired. Where you go, I'll go, winter or summer.
These highlights on their eyes, I really feel like brings the character to life, so they are very important, so don't forget those.
Darling, I'll stay right here with you. Every night and every day. 'Cause darling, there's nothing in this world I'd rather do. Never been this close to heaven.
And now I'm going in with my darker black, my black liner to be specific. And then you can just see that I'm leaving that lighter color that I made originally just open in some like zigzaggy spots. Because I felt like this would be so much easier than trying to make a lighter pink and black color to go over black. So yeah, this was so much easier. I could be a lot more just like random with it, and you just get those highlights in the areas that you need the highlights, and it's just so much easier. So, and you get the pink undertone that you're looking for. So I really like that. I was proud of myself with that little technique.
For 100 hours and I wouldn't miss a thing. I would keep you safe while you were dreaming. You could scream and shout, cry 1,000 tears, and I wouldn't let fear win. What you feel, I feel. Together we're healing. I don't care the seasons change. 'Cause darling, I'll stay right here with you. Every night and every day. 'Cause darling, there's nothing in this world I'd rather do. Never been this close.
And now for the highlights on the hair, it's just easy to do a light pink on this one. But as you can see, yeah, I jump around a lot. Like I did the hair and then I jump back to the lips and I did the hair again. Like it's really okay. These characters are so detailed. And if you want to stop working on the hair for a second and go work on the lips, you can do that. So just go at your own pace, have a good time, have fun. And she's almost done. So yay. Here is Draculara. Woo! So beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. And I always do 2 coats on my press-ons because same with my nails. I just want to keep them extra protected and smooth them out perfectly. And now we're moving on to Clawdeen. So Clawdeen, we have this beautiful purple background for her, and I'm just doing the same thing, shaping out the face. And I actually made her skin color too dark, and then there was not much contrast with the hair, so I do end up going over it again with a lighter brown. But yeah, I just kept this in here so you guys can see me do the face again. I was real struggling. It was a little bit late at this point, so I was a little bit tired. So I was struggling a bit, and this is when I knew I was not going to do the other 2 characters in that same day because it was just too much. So I'm just filling in her face the same way I did Draculara, and when I needed to add space or add her, like, oh my gosh, extend her face, I would add it to the chin instead of trying to add to the top. Just so I made sure I had enough space for her hair and her ears. I genuinely loved her color combination. Like the purples with the browns. It was just so pretty. And the yellow. It was just so pretty. I think her color combination was my favorite. Just very fun. I love it.
You feel alive when you don't call when you supposed to, 'cause it keeps me on my toes. It kinda makes me want you more. I get a kick.
And I mixed this color. I can't remember the original color, but I had a brown and then I mixed it with a red because there's kind of like a red undertone to her hair, and I wanted to make sure I got that. And this is also when I realized that the skin color was just a little bit too dark and there was just no contrast between the two colors. So after I do this, I just go over and I lighten it, and you guys will see that next.
I'm going out when you don't want me to. Know when you're at home, I'm mad. I know I shouldn't feel like that. I do it, you do it, we do it all the time. Pushing the buttons until we both lose our mind. Why can't we let ourselves play it safe just for a while? Cause baby, I know it, you know it, we know it. Deep inside, we too addicted to friction to change our mind. We so in love, but babe, it's not enough to survive. Cause it sure ain't love, love, love that makes us do all the stupid shit that we do. All of the stupid shit that we do. No, it ain't love, love, love that makes us do all the stupid shit that we do. All of the stupid shit that we do.
Here is that lighter color. I definitely skip so you guys don't have to watch the whole thing over again, but here's that lighter color, and you can see the contrast is way more significant. There is just much more separation between the hair and her like skin color. And now we're doing the little ears, and I had just enough space, so thank goodness.
Jealousy, like you're always testing me. Tell me what that is, tell me what to fix. Cause baby, I do it, you do it, we do it all the time. Pushing the buttons until we both lose our mind. Why can't we let ourselves play it safe just for a while? Just for a while. Cause baby, I know it, you know it, we know it. Deep inside, we need help with these bad habits and foolish pride. We so in love, but babe, it's not enough to survive. Cause it sure ain't love, love, love that makes us do all the stupid shit that we do. All of the stupid shit that we do. No, it ain't love, love that makes us do all the stupid shit that we do. All of the stupid shit that we do. Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want big rocks. I got plans, you got talk. Heard it's real cheap, but it's really gon' cost. I'm trying to get these ends, building empires with my friends. I'm about handling my business. No time for stress over bush.
And just another example of shading with jelly colors. The first time I saw this, Nails by Dev did it, and Ball Pit Addict, and I was just like, what the hell? This is the best thing I've ever seen. Like, I don't know how I did not think of this. Like, oh my God, I love it. It's so much easier than trying to make a dark purple color. So I just want to bask in it. So easy.
You think success is an option? I'm trying to get this poppin' like, woo, big moves. My rules. Y'all heavy on the tweeting. I'll disappear a whole season like, woo. Who said they looking for me? I'ma make you wait for it. Spend a few racks on a shopping spree. Yeah, I'ma make you pay for it. Tell them give it to me when I want it, please. Wait till I leg for it. Countdown for me. 12, 11, 10, 9. Eat that, I'ma make you wait for it. On my time. short. On my time, been off yours, boss. To the floor. It's my time. You was for you, I was for us. You do the math, don't add up. Even on my worst day, down on my luck. I got the sauce, I'ma always come up. I tried it your way, that was a dub. I'm taking the wheel now, cause I trust me. I'ma go get these millions. I'm still hoping and wishing. You always had me waiting, and I'm about fresh out of patience. This time we switching positions. Now you under my submission, like woo. My rules, big moves. Y'all heavy on the tweeting. I'll disappear a whole season, like woo. Who said they looking for me? I'ma make you wait for it. Spend a few racks on a shopping spree. Yeah, I'ma make you pay for it. Tell them give it to me when I want it, please. Wait till I leg for it. Count down for me.
So for her necklace, I started off by just lining everything out with the yellow instead of like starting with the dots. I just lined it all out, got it exactly where I wanted it, and then grabbed my daughter tool and just dot, dot, dot around the whole thing. And I filled in the purple first for the gem part, and then I dot, dot, dot around it so I wouldn't have to just, you know, color around the dots. So it'd be easier for myself. So here we are, dot, dot, dot around the whole thing.
She wanna know me, I stay low key, all gas, no brakes, baby, let them hoes sleep. Body on 10, make your girl OD. I get in my way, never out of my lane. Feel like you the one and I'm on one. So what it's gonna be? Baby, squad up, we finna go deep. Riding on a team, got what you need. Baby, won't you keep me company? Give me something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down. When I hit the town, you should slide on me. Keep your minds on me. On try, baby, I think you should side with me. Stay solid one time if you lie with me. Just promise you never lie to me. Keep the moves on tuck. I know it's all love. Everything good. Keep the vibes on crush. I know it's all good. Know it's all love.
Okay, so for this character, for Clawdeen, this was my biggest like mistake I made. I did fix it, thank goodness, but I was a little bit worried. I put her eyes way too low. I was very concerned about having enough forehead for the hair and for the eyes, but I could have just moved them up a little bit. But since I did not put enough space for the bottom, the nose and the mouth, it became just very much a struggle, and you guys will see that I go back and forth, and I do eventually fix it by lowering the chin. But oh my goodness, since she has the collar, you know, I couldn't lower it that much. So just make sure you give yourself enough space for the nose and the mouth, and they have nice juicy lips, so you got to make sure there's enough space for all that. So just make sure when you're placing.
Promise you never lie to me. Keep the moves on tuck. I know it's all love. Everything good. Keep the vibes on crush. I know it's all good. Good. Know it's all love. Know it's all love.
I feel like since I had this yellow jelly, I was able to make it kind of look like the eyes were glowing, and I just really liked that because I feel like a werewolf would have glowing, beautiful eyes, so that was fun. See how we are touching the chin line? That was a problem for me. There was just not enough space down there, and it was making everything, the proportions look off and weird. And it was very late, so I was like, oh my God. But it turned out great, so it's fine. I just went in here and thinned out those lines. I do actually do it again. I just completely erase the black lines and then extend the whole chin down. So that's what I do. And then we do our little nose. I made the lips even juicier because the fangs were touching too much on the bottom of the lip. I wanted more space. See, again, all this detail in the hair. There is 3 colors in this hair, you know, and you got to make sure you get them all. So I love the hair. It's just so detailed. Like I have a curly, the blue Laguna Blue, she's next. And oh my God, she has big blonde curly hair. So that's just going to be a whole nother thing in itself. I'm very excited. But geez Louise, the hair on these characters alone.
Ooh, yeah, baby. No. We never said exclusive. I just promised you my time, and I'm giving it to you, babe. So why you being accusive? Your emotions running wild. If you don't calm down, I can't stay. Breathe in, breathe out. Let me speak now. What happened was a one-time thing. No bullshit, no lie. I swear I'll try to give
We're just adding these little earrings now. We're almost done. I'm just going to outline them. And then if we have any other finishing touches, and then she's done.
You give you my everything. Baby, can't you turn a blind eye? Let it slide, let it slide. Look the other way this one time. Let it slide, let it slide. I'm entitled to some fun while I'm young and dumb. Swear that you're the one I want in the long run. Baby, let it slide. Oh, baby, let it slide.
Looking good, Clawdeen. So she's all done, looking beautiful. And this is all the characters. So I'm going to reveal them on my hand in the next video. But here you can see these three on the stand right now, looking gorgeous. I love them so much. I need to get a display for my press-ons because I love them so much. So I will see you guys in the next one. That's where the hand reveal will be. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe and tell me your favorite character in this video, and we will move on. Or if you have a whole nother Monster High character that's your favorite, and hopefully we're doing that one next. So yay, see you in the next one.